Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Eddie. Salud. Mm. Today's coffee brought to you by Peru. Peruvian coffee. Love it, man. I like all this different type of roast and different types of countries that have amazing coffee beans. Love it. So today, yes, you read that right. I am going to tell you a story on how I managed to not get shot. Yeah, 440 volts, not get shocked, electrocuted, whatever you want to call it. That would have hurt. Luckily, I'm still alive, no burns, all good. And that's the story for today. Learn how to not get shocked. I know, amazing. My wife was very, very nervous. Hey, I'm not gonna kid you. I was nervous too. I'm not lying, man. I was really nervous. I didn't let it get too much in my head, but yeah, I was cautious. You can't play around with that much voltage. I don't think that can kill you, but that would have hurt a lot. Like dropped on the floor a lot. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Isn't that exciting? Don't worry, I'm going to manage to weave it in to the message for today, which I learned as well doing what I did. So yeah, welcome today. Today, Tuesday again, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Tuesday at this time, I come here to share with you stories, information, tips, anything that can actually help you and encourage you to create a lifestyle of freedom and purpose. And today's message is yes, avoiding how to not get shocked with 440 volts. Mm-hmm. Welcome everybody. I got two things going on at the same time. Obviously, you see that I have that here, right? So yeah, I've got two simultaneous stuff going, which is all good. It's all good. That's what we do. So let me start by telling you what happened. Let me kind of start with that. And again, thanks to Peru Coffee. But last week, no, I'm not gonna say last week. Last month, I was preparing my home, preparing it for summer. So looking into fixing, or not fixing, but really just cleaning up the AC unit that's outside. Here in if you're in another country, here in America, we have the AC units, which is air conditioning units outside of the house. I'm not very technical with it. Okay, just know that there's something outside that basically is the fan and the compressor and basically make things work. Okay, for AC, for air conditioning. Okay, so I was out there looking around and I had worked on it before many years ago, but this time I was cleaning it up and I noticed something. This was last month. I noticed that the I found out what is called, oh, okay, a capacitor. I found that out. The capacitor on it, this has been what, 10 years now, or more than 10 years actually. It was rusted. All right. And I also noticed that there was something leaking in the back. It was some type of leak going on. So I was like, well, I got to replace that. Now, if again, I didn't know anything about this stuff. Okay. So what I had to do is, hey, Michael, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. So what I had to do is I had to watch some videos and basically see what this whole thing is about. If I can even change it, and I found that I could. As a matter of fact, to me, I like electronics, and I used to. I went through some electronic classes, so I kind of have an idea on what not to do to avoid getting shocked. And I thought, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it. I'll save up some money. It's like we saved like $500. That's a lot of money. So I went ahead and did it. So basically, I got the part. Now, this was last month. I got the part, but I was really busy last month. So I totally forgot about it. And of course, it started to get hot. And that reminded me, oh, shoot, I got to go ahead and change this. And don't you know it, before changing it, I looked at the capacitor and I had learned certain things, but I looked at it and I noticed that there were other numbers there. As a matter of fact, some type of, they call them micro joules or something. I found out that there's a certain name for it that I didn't know. Like I had not seen that. And so in my head, I thought, I wonder, I got the right one, 440 volts capacitor, but these other numbers, I don't know what they mean. So what did I do? I went on YouTube, right? I looked at the videos. I found that out and I found what it was. Okay. So then after I found what it was, I went ahead and said, okay, cool. Now I know what it is. Let me go ahead and change it. I went to change it. This was just last week. And as I'm pulling the old ones, because they were really rusted, I pulled them out. Well, first of all, I had to be really, really safe. Like, remember, I had seen the videos on how to do it. So you had to what do you call it? Short the prongs on the capacitors so I wouldn't get shocked. So I did that the way I read it or the way I saw it, right? And then took them out. And as I took them out, I noticed that in the back of those rusted capacitors, there were numbers. And they kind of looked like the numbers on the new one. I looked at them both and they weren't matching. I'm like, oh, snap. And not only that, there was two capacitors in my AC unit. I only bought one. So I'm like, okay, this is not good. Again, I went back to YouTube. Get the picture, guys? Okay. I went back to YouTube. I saw what they meant. I listened. I learned. And then I practiced it. I was like, oh, you know what? I got to get a new one, another one. So I went ahead, ordered the other one. Thank God for Amazon. Ordered the other one. Came the next day. Looked at it. I'm like, okay, the numbers match. That makes sense. Everything makes sense. Good to go. Let me go ahead and put it. So when I went to put the thing, now I make sure everything was safe. I did not get shocked. Okay. Obviously, I'm here. No burns. And so I put the capacitor inside and I put the cables, right? And then I stopped for a moment. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a cable missing. Have you ever done that when you're doing a puzzle? No matter how many puzzles I've done, I don't know if it has happened to you. I always think there's a piece missing. Well, the same feeling I had when I'm putting this thing back. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a cable. Where's the cable that goes to the, I think it was the fan. I was thinking the fan. Where's the cable for that? So I started looking around. I'm looking and looking. And guess what I did? I'm like, go back to YouTube. So I went back to YouTube. I looked at the video. I had to learn a couple more videos and learned and learned and learned. And then I finally figured it out. I'm like, oh, okay. I just put the wrong cables, the wrong wires into the wrong things. So I was like, well, I can't just go take them out. See, because I had already turned the machine on, the AC on. So the capacitors, they basically store energy. They store 440 volts of energy once they're charged, right? So I couldn't just go and say, oh, let me take it out, because I would have gotten super shocked. And so now I'm thinking, okay, well, gee, what do I do now? Because now I can't go and short the thing because I need them. I need, if you short something, you basically are going to break whatever it is that you're shorting, usually. So, I can't just go and put the screwdriver into the two prongs and let it short circuit, right? I need that thing. It's new. So how do I do it? Now, here's the thing. One cable in the wrong place and it wouldn't work. But because it was charged, I couldn't just go take it out. So what I do, went back to YouTube. I looked at the video. I found out that there's a tool There's a tool to discharge the capacitors. So I went and got it. The next day it came, felt confident enough to do it, discharge, change the cable, put it in the right place, and now we have AC running, good to go. So I tell you that whole story to tell you this. Hey, later, Michael. You too, buddy. So I tell you that whole story to tell you this, that we need instructions. We need to follow instructions. But more importantly, we have information available to us to get things done. And if you want to do it the right way, I'm not saying even perfect, because I could tell you it's not perfect out there. Okay. I just wanted to do it the right way so that I can avoid getting shocked. Or how about this? The right way so that you can avoid wasting time. The right way so that you can avoid the headaches of building or starting your own business online. The right way so that you can avoid paying hundreds or even thousands of dollars to see little or no results. The right way so that you can focus on the things you enjoy. Do it the right way at the first time. When you first start, do it the right way. And how do you get to do something the right way? Is you start finding information, you learn it, and you practice it immediately, right? You take the information. What did I do? I went to YouTube, I watched the video, I listened, I implemented. I went back, I watched, listened, implemented. Immediately, I did everything at that time. I didn't just watch the video, waited till the next day or so, just, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. In life, especially if you have a business, if you want to start a business, okay, you'll understand that when you get information, you need to implement it right away. But the cool thing again is that we have YouTube now. We have, programs out there. We have a lot of information out there. You just need to trust the source and trust that it's good enough so that you can implement it and see results. So that again, you can avoid all the headaches, all the overwhelm, all the frustration, wasting money, wasting time, and then just basically, eventually, most people, what do? They give up. Or in my terms, giving you that story, I would have gotten shocked big time if I did not take the time to watch something, learn it, implement it little by little. I ask questions. That's another thing that you need to do. You need to ask questions, because the more questions you ask, the more you're going to learn, right? See, what happens is that nothing is perfect, all right? Nothing in life is perfect, especially when we start out with building something that we want to have, whether it's going to be towards the financial freedom, towards time freedom. You want to work from home, have a home office, you want to travel, you want to, homeschool your kids, you want to, all this stuff that you want. It's going to take some effort, some work, some time, but more importantly, it's going to take some education and implementation, like quickly. All right. So that's what I have for you. I mean, this is what I wanted to share with you, because as I'm doing all this stuff with my AC, I started thinking, this is just how we build a business, especially me. This is how, when I help someone, that's what I do. It's like I hear what they want. I say, okay, good, that's good. Now let's go ahead and see what you really have. And I give them instructions, a visual instruction. And then I say, okay, you're here. You want to get up here. So let's start here and let's do something about it now. So I implement right away. Then when we implement something, we go back. Okay, did you do it right? Not perfect, just right. Okay, looks good. Let's go. Move on to the next. And then there are times when, as I'm going through, even myself, as I'm going through instructions that I've given someone to follow, I look at those instructions, and as a matter of fact, I just did it recently. I'm like, these instructions could be better. So I I take action immediately, and I implement some things that make it better. And I say, hey, you know what? We need to make sure we need to go in this direction because this will take us there faster. You see? So don't be afraid also to change things if things are not working, or at least if you feel that you can get there quicker to your ultimate goal. So, it works in life. It's the same exact thing, right? So my message again today was avoid getting shocked. And although I avoided getting shocked with 440 volts, I want you to know that you need to avoid getting shocked by getting overwhelmed. When something hits, an obstacle hits, and you're shocked because now things are messed up. Why? Because maybe you didn't follow instructions, didn't implement the right things, right? Maybe you lose money. That's a big shock. Like, I lost money. Now what do I do? Right? Again, if you look at some instructions, if you follow through and implement them, and if you do it right when you first start, you can get better. You don't have to get shocked and overwhelmed as you grow as a person, self-develop, or as you grow your business. And I'll leave you with this. So I have something here in front of me in my vision board that I got from a book. And as I'm telling you this right now, it just made me think that when I say that you want to you want to avoid the shock, the pain of not doing things right at the beginning. But let's say if you already done it, right? You can't go back and undo it. Okay, and I get that. I made the mistakes myself multiple times. I still sometimes do. Okay, so multiple times. But you know what? It's never too late to make things right. I read that from a book because it impacted my life, because as I'm telling you right now, right here, that you got to make things right. That doesn't mean that if you're already done it, it's like, oh, well, I can't go back and undo it. That doesn't mean that. It just means that you now have a chance to make things right. Okay. And I'm telling you, that's something that you got to learn. It's hard to learn it, and that's why I wrote it down. When I was reading the book, man, if I had the book right now, I will show it to you, but I don't know where it's at right now. But when I read the book, and this is by Simone Walker, by the way, and she has written an amazing book. Her story is amazing. She's just that's a story of motivation, triumph, obstacles, challenges, everything, and then she has gone through all that stuff. And I think the one message that I got out of her book, reading her book, not only through the struggles and the challenges, but also her successes and everything that's happening in her life now, is that one sentence: "It's never too late to make things right." Simone never gave up. So in her book, and like I told you, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was going to talk about the book, but anyway, I will post it here somewhere to tell you what the title of the book is. But Simone Walker was like amazing with her life. But that sentence stuck with me, and I wrote it down. And here, me telling you about making things right to begin with, or to start the right way, made me think about that, because many of us probably have started the right way or not the right way. Many of us, like myself, have failed multiple times, but it's never too late to make things right. Man, all that, my story with the AC, because I wanted to make it right. Okay. Right. I got instructions. I follow, I implemented, I stopped, I questioned, and then I went back and looked, right? Implementation of the right things to do. I'm not an electrician. I'm not as a matter of fact, like I told you, I didn't know where a cable, I had missed a cable, I thought, a wire. I thought I was missing it. But no, it was all, again, it was just making it right. I wanted to make it right. so that way it wouldn't affect our AC unit. And in life, same thing, right? It's like you want to make things right because, well, you don't want to go through the challenges and obstacles, although you can make it worse if you just don't do it right. But the good news is that you always have a chance to make things right. So you can always erase, delete, do it again, and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it until you get the job done. And then you look back and say, wow, glad I didn't quit. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. I know. It is a weird story that I gave you, I think, because I didn't think I was going to talk about this today. But you know what? Again, just me going through that made me think, wow, yeah, if I didn't have information available, if I didn't have YouTube, if I didn't know that I can go to YouTube and look up quality, good information about what I want to accomplish and implement right away, I don't think I would have done that. I probably would have paid somebody like $500 to come and do something that cost me like $40. Okay. So, by the way, I'm not an electrician. Again, I am not an electrician. I am not an AC unit person. There are professionals who do that. I am not here to tell you what to do or how I did it. So do not ask me. You can find that out if you want to ever do it on YouTube. But other than that, that's what I have for you. So have an outstanding day. Have a great week. Make things happen. And always, always remember to stay motivated by your passion. And I will see you next week again, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to know more about what I do, then you can always go visit my website. Oh, again, I got a shirt today. Again, eddiesan.com. You can go there and find out what I do. There are instructions that I have there available if you want to, or if you're looking to start marketing your business online. If you have a business and you want to use online marketing, I have a pretty cool checklist there that you can download free. So talking about instructions, I have that there. So anyway, all right, guys, talk to you soon. Have an outstanding day. Peace.